I'm excited for tonight to have our missionary moment with David Diehl with us. And so, can you just start off with just by introducing yourself and the work you're doing, basically include your ministry and what that looks like?
Yes, sir. David Diehl here. My wife is Delight. We have 8 children now: Deborah, Daniel, Dawson, Drew, Daisy, Donna, Davy, and our little Dee Dee. She is 9 months old. We've been serving here in the country of Panama since July of 2016. So July of this year will be 8 years for us. Panama City is a metroplex of about 2.4 million people. Huge area. Right in the center of it is an area that is almost 100% unreached, or at least was until we got here. The people we're reaching here is actually, if you can relate Panama City to maybe Chicago or probably more like New York City, it's a melting pot of mainly Hispanic cultures. In our church, we have usually 6 or 7 different nationalities. This year in May, next month, I'm going to preach a missions conference in the jungle. It'll be about a 4-hour drive to the ocean, and then a 4-hour boat ride on the Caribbean Sea, and preach a missions conference. Been there 2 times now. Last year we went as the whole family. Took the boat ride with a 4-month-old baby, and that was a lot of fun. Hit a storm on the way back. That was a lot of excitement there. Wow. But we are trying to now reach out to indigenous tribes and villages in the jungle out of our church as a ministry out of our church.
Any other story that you feel like is particularly rewarding in the sense of reaching the people of Panama?
Oh my goodness. If I were to start telling stories, I'd be here all day. During the pandemic, 2020, I was out doing shopping with my wife. I don't shop, and so usually I stay outside the store with my kids, passing out tracts. We went to Los Pueblos. My wife was inside a store shopping. I was outside passing out tracts. It's not allowed, but it's the people are allowed to sell things, but we're not allowed to pass out tracts. So I get beside the people who are selling things illegally, and I pass out tracts for free. So, they don't usually stop me. So I passed out a tract to a couple wandering by, and they went home and discarded the tract in their dresser. They basically got kicked out of their church. And so they went shopping for churches. They went to a church close by, found out that the wife was a witch, and so they did not stay. Went to another church, didn't work out for them. Went to a church in a poor area, almost got mugged, didn't stay there. And so they dug for that tract, started coming to church, and he is now my piano player. He used to be the substitute piano player for our Pentecostal mega church here in Panama City. And the family has gotten saved and baptized and are members of the church.
What are some things that you're looking forward to in the year ahead?
Oh, goodness. We have lots of goals, okay? By the way, we're planning on coming back on furlough. It's our first official furlough that we've had in 8 years. But next year, probably around August, we're going to try to take a furlough and see if we can come by and visit you guys. So be in prayer for that.
Yeah.
But one of the ministries that I've had on my heart, we haven't been able to do too much about, is reaching Panama. It's our desire to put a John and Roman on every door in Panama. We've been printing covers, collating and stapling and cutting the John and Romans here. It costs us about 10 cents a John and Roman to produce, and we've hit 30,000 homes. So we've invested $3,000 in the last 3 years into this ministry. It's super slow. By the time we hit about 100,000 homes, we will be a little under 1% of the entire country. 100,000, if we do the work ourselves, equates to $10,000. And we will have hit less than 1% of the country. So ministry we're trying to get off the ground. Mercy and Truth in Lawrence, Kansas is trying to team up with us to see if we can get this job done faster. So we're looking for prayer and financial aid in that area. We're also praying for a container, trying to see if we can get around 500,000 John and Romans that are already assembled and shipped down to us. A project that is probably going to cost, the shipping of the container alone is around $4,000. So to print them and ship them down here, we're probably looking at $15,000 to $20,000. But if we can do that, we're planning on hitting the entire country. That'll get us about halfway across the country. We can usually hit about 1,000 doors a day, doing it the way we're doing it. So it's a large work, but we're trying to get the gospel to every single home in Panama. Large job, but it's definitely a large prayer request. Because the economy here, prices have inflated, have really risen and gone through the roof, and our personal support has stayed about the same, but our family has grown. So one of the reasons why we're going on furlough next year, try to raise some more support, which is also a prayer request. The more that we do, the more the devil attacks. And the devil has really attacked us recently, not physically, fortunately, but in every other area possible. And so safety is definitely a large prayer request. If you can keep us in prayer, we're trying to do the work.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys.